Hey everyone, Cardlin here to let you know that we made it to an astounding 7,000 subscribers. I know I missed the 6,000 mark, which is half a testament to how lazy/busy I am and half a testament to just how quickly this channel is growing. All of this positivity, all of this growth, all of the warmth in this community is due to you, all of you. So thank you so much for listening. Now, because I promised one of these videos every 1,000 subscribers and I missed 6,000, I'll be doing a full 100 questions this time around. So buckle up and settle in, because we're going to be here for a bit. And just because these ones get asked all the time, let me start off by saying, no, my real name isn't Cardlin. Yes, I do have a girlfriend. Yes, she knows about these videos, and they're actually how we met. I'm 32 years old, and yes, I am Filipino. Also, I started doing these audios and videos because I found them on Reddit, where there are tons more audio creators like me, and much better ones at that, on Pillow Talk Audio and GAWD Audio, and I decided to try and give back to the community. I upload new videos every Monday and Friday currently, and a new Q&A video, like this one, every 1,000 subscribers. Phew, alright, now then, we have 100 of these to get through, so let's dig right in, shall we? Question number 1. Alyssa asks, hello, so Cardlin, what is your favorite color? Brown or green? Earth tones, basically. Question number 2, Savannah asks, what type of audio haven't you done, but would like to share with your audience in the future? Oh, so many. I've got tons of script ideas and other types of audios I'd love to do for you all, like story reading, voice acting rehearsals, video game let's plays, but you know, I got bills. I just got stuff to do with my time, unfortunately. Question number 3, Chelsea asks, hi Cardlin, what is something that always leaves you in awe? There are a lot of things and probably a lot of silly answers I could write, but the first thing that came to mind was watching people praise in church. I'm an atheist now, but I still go sometimes to accompany my mom. Whenever I see people dancing in the aisles, hands to the sky, head held high, I'm always hit with this massive wave of humility and awe. To see them so openly love something, to not care about what people say or what they may think about what they look like. It's really amazing to me. Question number 4, Anonymous asks, do you like the English/British accent? I do. I actually intend to do an audio or two in my English accent soon, so please accept my apology in advance. Question number 5. Bray asks, what question or questions do you find fans asking you the most? I get a lot of questions asking me about my girlfriend, asking me to reveal my face, asking me to do a type of audio, asking me for advice for their personal life, asking me what got me started, and more recently, asking me what I look for in a girl. They're all really uncomfortable. Question number 6, Yasmin asks, what's one thing you really love about doing ASMR videos? My number 1 will always be knowing that I can help people with these audios, and that, at different scales all around the globe, I'm helping to make someone's day a little better. Because who doesn't need a little help sometimes, right? Question number 7, Kay asks, how does it feel to know that you have male audience members? It feels great. You know, I try to make scripts gender neutral when I can, though it, doesn't always work out. Anyway, I think it's awesome that I have listeners of all gender types. The more people I can make smile, the better. Question number 8, Ashnika asks, here are my questions. If I give you my Twitter handle, would you follow me? Sure. Suggest a cute name for a pet. I like the name Arlo for a pet. And she says, do you have pets? I don't have a pet, though I plan to have a dog and a cat in the future. And a bear, if I can swing it. Probably not, though. Question number 9, Nimi asks, or Nimi asks, did you watch the Super Bowl? Did you enjoy the halftime performance? I did not. I heard the halftime performance was kind of lackluster, or that there was a bunch of drama around it. I don't know, really. Question number 10, Sneha asks, I have exams in 20 days and I have trouble concentrating. What to do? I'm distracted easily. Avoid all distractions. Put the phone in another room. Make sure all of your browser tabs are closed. Music off, the whole 9 yards. Also, being easily distracted can be a sign of having a lot of energy, so maybe go for a walk or something first. Question number 11. Kara asks, could you recommend some same-sex ASMR? I can't seem to find them. There always seems to be stuff over on GAWD Audio on Reddit, so happy hunting. Question number 12. CardlinLover98 says, hey Cardlin, I was wondering if you could give my best friend Caitlin a shout out because she really loves you. She's in the hospital because she's been in a car wreck recently. Oh no. And that would mean the world tour. So please do. Thank you, and may the force be with you. Well, thank you very much. And hi Caitlin. Get better soon, please. Question number 13. Anonymous asks, you do all the talking in your audios, but just out of curiosity, what are things that you like listening to? What is your favorite sound? My favorite sound. Okay, this may seem cheesy, but the honest answer is my girlfriend's voice. Just hearing her, especially if it's after a long day or some time apart. It's like that first breath of air after you've been drowning or something, you know? Question number 14. Annalie asks, where do you get all these amazing drawings from you to use as covers for your thumbnails on YouTube? Do viewers make them? And could I send a digital drawing to you so you can maybe use them? So the majority of them I've commissioned from artists I've found on either Tumblr or Fiverr. Lately I've received some fan art from some of my lovely cardigans, and it's really inspiring stuff. I don't use all of it, but if it fits the kind of look for the site that I'm going for, I ask their permission if I could use it. Still, whether I use it or not, getting a drawing in my inbox has quickly become one of my absolutely favorite things about this whole YouTube thing, so yes, please do. Question number 15. Dara A asks, what are your top 5 favorite anime / nerd out shows? If I'm looking to geek out, it'll probably be Gurren Lagann, Adventure Time, Steven Universe, Futurama, and Rick and Morty. Question number 16. Karen Sophie asks, what's your absolute favorite car if you have one? Probably the new Tesla D, the one that can drive itself. I'm not very interested in the way the car looks or the way any car looks really, but with functionality features like that one, I mean, I'm sold for life. Car drives itself. Question number 17. Alyssa asks, I recently watched a video where they talked about the different anime which would be the worst to live in. So I was wondering, if you could live in an anime, which one would it be? Probably something nice and chill like Ore Monogatari. All the really exciting, like awesome ones usually involve a lot of people dying. Question number 18. Lils asks, what was your first car? A Toyota Celica. It belonged to my grandpa, was really slick and low to the ground, and it came pre-packaged with a lot of awesome childhood memories built in. Question number 19 from Penny. Do you like Pop-Tarts? If you do, what is your favorite kind? Brown sugar and cinnamon every time, pretty please. Question number 20 from Mona. Do you like PewDiePie's videos? PewDiePie? I don't know how it's pronounced. PewDiePie? Do you like PewDiePie's videos? I don't watch them anymore, but he was the first Let's Player I ever watched, and I like what he stands for. Nowadays, I pop in every now and then to watch his videos when he talks about stuff like his income, his fans, and any other kind of behind-the-scenes type of stuff he posts. He gives me some cool insight on how I want to run things over here. Question 21. Sarah asks, hey Cardlin. First off, just want to say a big thanks for all the work you put into your wonderful audios. I'm 20, I've never been in a relationship before, which is fine, but I have no idea how adults are supposed to meet as friends, let alone date. I'm tired of weird, ambiguous high school type flirting, but I have no idea what the alternative is. Any advice? Find a hobby. Go do things related to it. Art class, Magic the Gathering tournaments, D&D games, volunteering at the local Y, or even find people in an online community like Reddit or something. People are out there, just as lonely as you are, and they're all waiting for you to be their friend. Some of them anyway. Question 22. Anonymous asks, is your girlfriend Filipino like you? She is not. Question 23, Anna Lorena, again, asks, aside from voice acting, have you ever tried or wanted to try another form of art? Dance or acting, like live action, or visual art, musical instruments, singing? You know, I was in a few drama classes and acted in things like a middle school play, Waiting for Godot. I was in a musical once, so I guess I was kind of interested in live acting at one point. Lee Ann asks for question number 24. If you had a time machine, would you go back in time or visit the future? If I owned it, couldn't I go in both directions? I'm tempted to go back in time to find out some things and meet some old family members, but I'd probably go in the near future and find out the winning lottery numbers. Question 25 from Victoria, or V. Any advice about getting over an abusive ex? And a question that is less deep, do you prefer the desert, forest, mountains, beach, or city? As for the abusive ex, cut them out of your life, wholly and entirely. And then give yourself time to heal. Don't rush it, don't force it. Be around people who love you and people who you love, and just give it time. And as for your next question, I love the beach. The ocean feels like home. Question 26, Marlene asks, Hi Cardlin, I just wanted to know if you could have any superpower, what would it be and why? How about the ability to change my appearance and voice like Mystique? Or the ability to teleport like Nightcrawler? I feel like those options could lead to just about anything. Question 27, Robin Knowles asks, how did you start doing these audios? Sometimes I want to do audios like this, but you know I'm a girl, I'm not sure about it. I started doing them by finding them on Reddit and decided to jump in on the fun, and you should definitely try them if you're into it. There's a big community of audio makers on Reddit, on Pillow Talk Audio and Gone Wild Audio, and they're very welcoming to new people. Question 28, Nikki asks, Hi Cardlin, I was just wondering if you could give me any advice on how I can tell my family about my anxiety. The reason why I haven't told my family is because they don't think that anxiety and depression is something that some people need medical help with, like me. They think that you can just get over it. But my doctor said that I should tell them how severe my anxiety is, and I'm kind of scared too. That's tough. My family's kind of the same way. They don't believe in needing medical or professional help for that kind of stuff either. I'd say try them one at a time, starting with someone you're really close with. Question 29. Anonymous asks, what's your stance on name taking when getting married? Is it an important tradition, or do you feel a woman should be able to choose to hyphenate or keep her maiden name? Personally, I find the idea very romantic and traditional in a heartwarming kind of way, but I think that's just the way I was raised. I feel like a woman and a couple should do what they feel most comfortable with. Recently, a friend got married and they both changed their last names. That was very cute and romantic. Question number 30, Sophia asks, would you rather have Cheetos for fingers or popcorn for teeth? What? Cheeto fingers, I suppose. Question 31 from Zora. She asks, Hi Cardlin, just a random question. Describe life in 10 words. Ooh, I like this one. Okay, I thought about this one for a while actually. How about our one chance to be truly great to each other? Question 32. Anonymous asks, what do you love the most about your jobs, making audios, and your other full-time job? What I love most about this job here, making audios, is knowing that I'm making some people's days better. As for my other job, it's a sense of knowing that I'm the voice of a mostly unrepresented department. Also, the free lunches are nice. Question number 33. Anonymous asks, okay, so I see you post a few pictures of Gasai sometimes. Do you ever watch the full anime? What are your thoughts about it? For those who don't know, we're talking about the anime Mirai Nikki, or Future Diary. And no, I never finished it. I plan to one day, but I just really dislike the main character Yuki. Question 34. Anonymous asks, my question, if you aren't working for your other job and you weren't into making audios or voice acting, what do you think you would be doing with your life now? Ideally, I would have gone to school to study game design and coding, and I'd be making games of my own. Question 35, Anonymous asks, Do your family and friends listen to your audios too? How do they feel about it? So I have friends in an audio community, and some of them listen to my audios and they think I do alright. As for my family and offline friends, some of them know about it, but none of them really listen. I guess it's kind of weird for them, you know? Question 36. Nikki J asks, if one of your fans recognized your voice in public and wanted to talk to you, how do you think you would react? I would probably deny it, to be honest. I'd be like, what? Cardlin? I don't know what you're talking about, sorry. And I'd be like, internally screaming the whole time. Question 37. Grace asks, what was your favorite subject in school? What is your favorite food? Okay, 2 separate questions. Favorite subject was English, especially the writing tasks. Favorite food? Probably Filipino dishes. Question 38. Esho Yang asks, what makes you happy the most? Probably spending time with family or loved ones. The feeling that you're surrounded by people who you do anything for, and knowing they do the same for you. Question 39. Maggie asks, okay, so this is random, but who's your favorite superhero? And are you reading Injustice? It's gotta be the Hulk. And I want to read Injustice, but I think I'm going to wait until it's done. Unless it's already done and I'm dumb. Or it won't end for years and I should hop on it now. I'll have to look into that. Question number 40. Adriana asks, do you prefer ropes or handcuffs, or are you not into bondage? To be honest, I'm not really into it, though I'm down to bust it out now and then for variety. When I do though, I prefer silk or leather ties. Question number 41, Deadpool apparently, asks, what's your favorite word in the English language, and which word would you remove from the language completely if you had the choice? My favorite word right now is probably delightful, though it changes often, and if I could remove a word, it would be your. Like Y-O-U-R. I'd replace it with something else so that I wouldn't see so many misuses between your and the contraction of U and R. Question 42. Artisic? Artisic asks, I heard that you are meeting with your girlfriend sometime soon. My question is, do you think she would be up to record an audio with you? Maybe a Q&A? Yeah, definitely. I hope so. I mean, we've done collabs in the past, and I think we'll probably be recording a number of things. Maybe even a series. Question 43. Lizzie Chan asks, are you excited for the Lizzie crew? P.S. I can't wait to start on it, by the way. I definitely am. For those of you who don't know, Lizzie Chan here wrote the original Dere challenge, and she's coming up with a comic wherein one of the characters looks just like me. Question 44. B asks, I loved your cover of Hao Shang Ni, and I was wondering if you know how to say anything else in Mandarin. Some things. Wo ai ni, and a phrase I learned a while ago from a friend. Wo tai bang le. Did I say that right? Wo tai bang le. Question 45. Sophia asks, what accents turn you on? I think all accents have the potential to be really attractive. Some are more cute and some are more sensual, but they're all capable of being sexy. Question 46. Yoli asks, if your friends and family had to do a roast or simply tell stories about you, what would be the common things they would say? They'd probably harp on how much of a goofball I am and all of the weird stuff I do, and how I laugh at all of the most inappropriate times. Question 47. Violet asks, if roses are red and violets are blue, what kind of flower, Cardlin, are you? And then she also asks, what is one thing no one would guess about you? What kind of flower? How about a big and happy sunflower? As for one thing no one would guess about me, how about, between laziness and foolishness, I've received a lot of parking tickets. Question 48. Luke asks, hi Cardlin, do you have any advice for talking to a cute guy for the first time? I'd say bust your way past your hero worship and just talk to him like he's a regular person, because he is. Also, getting rid of the hero worship will help you get a good read on whether or not he's into you. Question 49. Munira asks, would you choose travel or money? Money, because I can share it. Question number 50. Munira again asks, what is happiness in your opinion? Knowing that the world can be messed up sometimes, but right there, in that moment, that you are safe, you are loved, and you are content. Question number 51. Lily asks, your best friend, die or go to jail? I guess go to jail? At least then I could visit them and they have a chance of getting out. Though really, I'd give them the choice if I could. Question 52. Yay! Asks, hand holding or cuddles? I'll take cuddles, please. Questions 53. Jaw_10 asks, what's your weirdest habit? Okay, this might be a little embarrassing. I'm one of those people who almost always has some kind of music or background noise going. So even on trips to like the bathroom, I've got my headphones in. That's probably weird, right? Question 54. Anonymous asks, prior to recording a script, how many times do you rehearse it, if at all? And do you tend to memorize them or read them while recording? Congrats on 7,000. Well, she wrote 6,000, but this is the 7,000 video now. Cool question. I don't always rehearse a script, though I'll sometimes do a cold reading with or without someone listening in for pointers. Also, I never memorize them. I'm almost always reading off of my monitors. Question 55. Nadira asks, hi Cardlin. I was wondering, do you make all the sound effects for your audios yourself, or is there somewhere online where you go to download different sound effects? Great question. I normally go to freesound.org or YouTube for my sound effects, though some I just make up on the fly with the random stuff I have around my desk. It's one of those rare times that having a cluttered desk helps. Question 56. Irene asks, hi Cardlin, you've got a listener from Indonesia. Woo! By the way, who's your favorite actor and why? You know, it used to be Robin Williams because of his amazing range. Now it's probably Tom Hanks. Where'd it go? Tom Hanks, because of the roles he portrays. I really like Cillian Murphy too. Question 57. Anonymous asks, what's the most annoying thing that bothers you? Probably grammatical or spelling errors. The whole you are thing drives me crazy. Question number 58. Anonymous asks, what do you think the sexiest job in the world is? I've never thought of a job as sexy before, but I guess something like exotic dancer or prostitute in like a very literal sense. Question 59. Sam asks, hi Cardi Bear, how are you? I'm doing great, Sam, how are you? Question number 60. Katina asks, do you have a certain regimen to maintain the quality of your voice? Like, do you do the ginger tea thing or other stuff? To be honest, I don't, but I should. Sometimes I'll eat a green apple when I have them handy, as it's supposed to help with mouth noises, or I'll suck on a cough drop. Either way, I need to start some healthy voice habits so I can keep this up for a long time. Question 61. Jessica asks, are you a city or suburbs kind of guy? I like to visit the city but live in the suburbs. I like the variety a city has to offer, but the inability to park anywhere is just maddening. Plus, it's always so loud. Question 62 from Cleotrix. They ask, there are times when I just want to drop everything, run away, and explore every nook and cranny of the world. Do you ever get this urge? Wanderlust. Sometimes, but very, very rarely, and it's fleeting. I'm pretty nerdy, so I'm deeply rooted in this world of my fancy gadgets and technology. Question 63. Anonymous asks, are your icons an accurate representation of what you look like? Kinda, sorta. Question 64. Anonymous asks, what do you do when you want to relax? Usually I game, pop on some TV or some cartoons, or just lie back with some music in my ears and a graphic novel. Question 65. Anonymous asks, do you have a favorite proverb? I do. Fortune favors the bold, because we only have one shot at life, and every shot you don't take is a shot you miss. Question 66. Anonymous asks, apples or oranges? Oranges every time, probably. While they're tied in the juice factor, I'd rather much eat an apple than an orange. That having been said, one of my favorite scents is apple, and my girlfriend loves apple pie. Question 67. Anonymous asks, I'm assuming you've seen the video of the bear pushing around a cube with a screaming woman inside of it. Would you ever volunteer to do that if you had the chance? In a heartbeat. Question 68. Anonymous asks, which drawing of yourself do you resemble the most? Probably the red beanie, black jacket guy. Maybe. Browner. Question 69. Anonymous asks, hey Cardlin, are you going to watch Deadpool? And who's your favorite Marvel superhero? I have watched Deadpool and it was fantastic. I love the one-liners and it was surprisingly romantic. As for my favorite Marvel superhero though, it'll always be the Hulk. Question 70. What are things that you find cute in a person? Asks Anonymous. Their passions, their little quirks or habits, their smile, the way they talk, and if they say certain phrases or certain words differently. Question 71. A few months ago I started a blog. I really want to continue writing on there, but I have no idea what I should post about. Is there anything you personally like reading? Is there anything you just hate seeing on blogs? What would you post about? I'm just out of ideas. I'm probably not the best person to ask about this. I don't really read or follow any blogs. I usually scroll past most text blocks and go straight to the pictures of cute animals. But, write about what you love. You know, if you write about something you love, it'll shine through your writing. And it might not appeal to everybody, but it'll appeal to people who love what you love. And those are the people you really want to talk to, right? Question number 72. Anonymous asks, any advice for someone in a long-distance relationship? Be patient with each other. Allow each other space. Make dates and commit to them. And communicate often. On a more practical note, use sites like Rabbit to watch shows or movies together, or use Steam to play games online, and just set a routine. Like the missus and I have a bi-weekly pizza date night where I order pizza for her and myself and we watch a movie. Question 73. McKenna asks, do you think it's funny that people draw sketches of what they think you look like in real life, but they really have no idea? Funny? No. Actually, I think that's great. Cardlin is very specifically supposed to look like whatever you want him to, not like me. Question 74. Anonymous asks, do you have a favorite rapper? A few I like are Watsky, Dumbfounded, Childish Gambino, and Macklemore. Question 75, almost there. M. Sephora asks, what is art to you? Expression. Taking an idea or a feeling or a question or an answer and conveying that to others. I think that's art. Question 76. Anonymous asks, do you think exes can ever be friends? Sure. Both sides have to want it. Both sides have to be open about it, and most importantly, both sides have to be honest about it. I think exes can be friends and things can be platonic, but I also think exes can be friends in the way one might keep a foot in the door. If you only contact them when you're fighting with your current boyfriend or girlfriend, maybe check yourself. Question 77. Anonymous asks, weird question, how flexible are you and do you have any hypermobility or double joints? I'm average, I suppose? This is a weird question, I agree. I plan on taking yoga classes soon though, so I'll let you know if I become more flexible, I guess. Question 78. Mercy asks, do you have a favorite TV series? A few, actually. Currently, I'd say it's Shark Tank. Question 79. Charisma asks, can you name 3 qualities you find unattractive in a human? And what is your favorite fragrance? 3 things unattractive. A negative outlook on life, a willing and conscious effort to ignore knowledge, and bad use of grammar. As for a favorite fragrance, how's about cinnamon apple? Question number 80. Angelica asks, did you watch the Grammys? I did not. I don't actually have TV, so live events like that I usually miss. Sorry. Question 81. Avery M asks, do you think it's weird that I haven't had my first kiss or a boyfriend yet and I'm almost 18? No, not at all. You'll have it when you have it. There's no right or wrong age. Question 82. Anonymous asks, is your character in audio similar to your in real life personality? Can you name some similarities and differences? I guess we're similar in ways. We're different in that he's written to be perfect, the ideal boyfriend who always says the right thing. I'm just a guy, you know? And I'm a bit of a foolish one at that, so I'll say the wrong thing, do the wrong thing. I'm definitely not perfect. We're similar, I think, in sentiment. We want to do best for ourselves and others, and we both agree that making sure our significant other feels loved and cherished is one of our top priorities. Question 83. Paige asks, I remember you mentioning you were into Star Wars, and I was curious which film is your favorite and why, and which character. To be honest, my favorite film right now is Episode 7. I really loved it. My favorite character is either Chewie or BB-8. Question 84. CGreen20 asks, do you wear Converses or Vans? I actually usually rock DCs. Question 85. Anonymous asks, hi Cardlin, how do I deal with a friend who copies me? Imitation is the highest form of flattery, you know? Maybe take the opportunity to be a good role model and inspiration to your friend. If it still bugs you though, what I would do is find slight, subtle ways to call them out on it. Maybe they don't realize it, you know? Maybe like saying simple things like, oh, you're getting the blank too? Cool. Or, oh nice, I got this top at blank. Is that where you got yours too? Could be simple ways to let them know that you recognize the pattern. It's up to them if they want to continue from there. It's up to you whether or not you want to keep them as your friend from there. Question 86. Anonymous asks, what's your opinion on friends with benefits? I think it can work. I mean, that's all theoretical to me though. Sex is a deeply emotional thing I can only do with someone I trust and love immensely, and I don't do very well at sharing that person with others. So I think in theory it can work. Question 87. Anonymous asks, what do you prefer, being dominant or submissive? I think I started off submissive in life, but have grown to become a more dominant person. It comes very naturally now, at least in bed. Question 88. Anonymous asks, how do you know when you've fallen in love? It used to be I'd answer this question with something sweet and cute, but I realized that the happy times in a relationship are easy. Nowadays, I think love settles in with a bit of fear, like realizing that you'd be truly and deeply changed if this person left your life, and that you started planning your future with them in it. Question 89. Anonymous asks, hey Cardlin, do you have any advice on getting over that first love? I know you've already answered this in regards to getting over exes in general, but usually first loves are a little different. I stupidly stumbled over my ex's social media recently, and it's like all the feelings came back. This is tough. It's easy to live in nostalgia because nostalgia tints everything in this nice rosy hue. Honestly, it's just a matter of focusing your thoughts. Appreciate the good times you shared together, be fair with yourself and remember all the bad things, and then just be glad that you had that experience in the first place. You know, savor the ability to feel sorrow, or to have someone to feel sorrowful over, then let the feeling pass. Time really does heal all wounds. Question number 90. Anonymous asks, is there a particular type of audio or scenario you love creating the most? I really love the scripts that are mostly internal monologues, or ones where I get to play a different type of character, like the Beauty and the Beast audio, or the Hotline Miami ones. Question 91. Almost there. Anonymous asks, is taking abuse and not defending yourself when you can, in itself, evil? I wouldn't say it's evil. Being a victim is never evil. That having been said, if you wait for someone who is being mean to you to stop being mean, you might be waiting for a very long time. They shouldn't be treating you that way. That's a given, but that rarely means that they will stop. There's a way out, even if it isn't always an easy one. Be smart, be creative, and please be safe. Question number 92. From Anonymous, do you answer all questions? Even anonymous ones? I try to. I do skip some questions though, and those are really usually questions I've answered before, or requests for advice regarding situations that are very specific to the person asking, or questions that are inappropriate or really personal. And I think I have to stop answering questions regarding like my physical preferences in women, or my opinion regarding people of a specific nationality, since those answers are always going to be the same, especially, since everyone's beautiful in their own way, right? Question number 93. What are your thoughts on veganism? Says Anonymous. I think it's a very noble and beautiful pursuit, and that the world would be a better place if everyone was vegan, or at least ate a lot less animal products. Question number 94. Akira asks, describe your personality when you were a teenager and how much you have changed. I think when I was a teenager, I was a lot goofier, like a lot sillier, a lot more altruistic, and a lot more carefree. Now I like to think I'm more aware. Like I've got a decent sense of how the world around me works at least, and I'm a lot more content with my place in it. Question number 95. Chloe asks, what will be the first thing you would say when you see your girlfriend? Probably something like, baby, because I'd be waiting and excited and stuff. Question number 96. Aloha Mora asks, if you got a chance to voice any character in anime, who would it be and why? I'd love to be a cool, chill character like Spike Spiegel from Cowboy Bebop, or a funny but romantic character like Takeo Gura from Ore Monogatari, or someone evil and twisted like Light from Death Note. As for why, it'd be because I think those roles would be a lot of fun, comfortably within my acting range. Question number 97. Victoria asks, hello Cardlin, would you mind telling us about your school life? Sure. So elementary school, I was like a nerd in the making, so excited about the newest Super Nintendo game and Dungeons and Dragons. In middle school, I was trying so hard to be deep, and I'd be switching between someone who hung out at Starbucks and tried to write poetry, and someone who's always hype and eating blue pixie sticks. God, it's so embarrassing. In high school, it was drastically different. I was in the Philippines, so it was a big culture shock. I made some nerdy friends pretty quickly though, and most of my life was about planning events and spending time with my buddies. Question number 98. Verona asks, where would you see yourself in 10 years? In 10 years? Hopefully happily married, settling into the family life with a missus, not necessarily with kids, moving into a home on our own, and locking down the next big voice acting role. Question number 99. Anonymous asks, could you give us a reason as to why you didn't attend college? Sorry if I'm getting too personal. Without going into too much personal detail, I was heavily preoccupied with other things going on in my life around that time. And by the time I had some more free time, I was too deep into monthly bills to take the time to go to school. I had to work full time to make ends meet, and because I've always been trying to keep up with my monthlies, going back to school has always been a dream, but never a reality, unfortunately. Question number 100. Some girl named Infinite-ish asks, what you gonna do with all that junk? Now, I'm assuming you're talking about all that junk in my trunk. And so I'm gonna go ahead and get you drunk. Get you love drunk on my hump. My hump, my hump, my hump, my hump. Check it out. Alright, so that closes up the questions. Phew, it's a little late in the making, but we finally made it. Now on to the announcements. First and foremost, I want you all to know, I read every comment, I get every message, I read every question. I may not always have a chance to respond to everything, which only seems to get worse and worse as this community grows larger, but I want you to know, I'm still here, you know? Now that having been said, in regards to these Q&A videos and your questions and all that, I'll probably try to make them shorter and be a little more selective with the questions I choose. After doing it for a couple of months now, I think I've decided that I don't really feel comfortable answering requests for advice. It just feels, I don't know, improper. I rarely get the whole picture. I'm by no means a licensed counselor in any sense, and my biased advice has as much a chance of hurting as it does helping. So yeah, I think I'll leave off answering those from now on. Just doesn't feel right, you know what I mean? As for other announcements, the new upload schedule change has been a huge help. I've gotten the odd complaint here and there, but for the most part, you all have been very, very supportive about this change, which I really appreciate, since this newfound time is a huge help in my day-to-day life. Me, my family, my loved ones, my friends, we all thank you very much for being so understanding. What else? Oh, I've turned off anonymous Tumblr asks for so many reasons. You can still ask questions anonymously via the Google form I attach to every video, so don't fret. Well, I've turned that off. I've turned on listener-submitted subtitles and CCs for all of my videos. So if you want to translate any of my videos into your language of choice, go right ahead. You can find it under the cogwheel of a video under subtitles and CC. Also, custom audios are still available if you're interested. I can do a quick 3-ish minute audio for $15 and a fully scripted 10-ish minute audio for $50. Hit me up at my email address, cardlinish@gmail.com, if you're interested. And my last announcement. I've recently been thinking of ways to expand my Patreon goals and to make them more appealing to you, as well as, get me closer to my goal of being able to do this full time. So what do you think of me offering to do more videos every month in exchange for hitting certain Patreon goals? Let me know what you think in the comments below. Alright then, 7,000 subscribers in our community, 100 more questions asked. Let's go ahead and close this up. With every new subscriber, every new view, we have a bigger, better chance of helping more people, and you all bring me one step closer to making my dream come true. So, a big thank you to my Patreon family of patrons: Jessica F, Jasmine C, Andrea M, Jasmine M, Courtney H, Destiny E, Rebecca T, Carly, Taylor, Sydney N, Malia W, Lisa T, Rebecca M, Alyssa G, Jennifer M, Liliana M, Andrea T, Reina, Jessie Z, Maria S, Shay B, Kelsey K, Barbara, and Ariella V. Thank you all so much. Ariel V. I think it's Ariel V? Ariel V. We'll say Ariel V. Teamwork makes the dream work, and you all are making this dream work double time right now. Thank you, it's awesome. To everyone else, I feel your support and love too. I received a few concerned messages here and there of people apologizing for not being able to support me via Patreon, and I want you all to know you should never ever feel bad for that. For one, the money's not at all what this is about. If anything, it's just to help me buy more of my own time so that I can make more of these videos. For another, there are plenty of other ways to support. Help me with feedback, help me with new ideas, like my videos, subscribe, just put up with me on Tumblr and Twitter and Facebook and all that. Last but definitely not least, you're supporting me just by being here, by listening to this. So thank you very, very much. And wow. All right, 44 minutes in, geez. And here we have it, the closing bits of another CardlinAudio Q&A video. 7,000 subscribers, growing at a terrifyingly awesome rate. It boggles the mind and humbles the heart. You all give me focus, you give me drive, and you give me the inspiration I need to keep thriving and growing this channel, to share this message and this heart with as many people as possible. You all, with your sweet words and your awesome comments and your kind messages, you're the ones I do this for. You help me block out the trolls and ignore the hate, and keep me moving forward despite the growing opposition. It's this weird and frenetic synergy that I don't fully understand and yet know I can't live without anymore. I'm every bit as addicted to this as I can only hope some of you are addicted to this too. Thanks so much for being here, for staying positive, and for being such an inspiration in my life. Keep the great ideas, the great feedback, and the love coming, and I'll do my best to do the same back to you through this microphone. I'll see you all at 8,000, okay? Cheers!